I see an opportunity, I don't let it go by. I don't wait on anything, you know what I'm saying? I like to take risk, you know what I mean? And I feel like you really do gotta take a risk to get rich in life. So lost for words, and I'm not the type to like try to like fake a reaction and clip farm or whatever and shit like that. But this shit really had me speechless for about 2 days when I was putting this video together. What I did was, after my first drop, I packed the orders that I could, which I didn't profit no money from the drop because I only made 1,700. My bulk was even more than 1,700. My bulk was like 2,300 or something like that. Yeah, so I lost on it, and I had to still pay shipping for them. 1,500 visitors on the site right now. Okay, who we got overseas? We got Germany. We got Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, United Kingdom. As you can see, Germany. Go crazy. See, this is a crazy stat though. We got more returning customers than first-time customers, which means if you have a high returning customer rate, you're doing what you're supposed to do.
What's up, y'all? Today's video on the lineup, we have Caprice coming up. Caprice, if y'all unfamiliar, he has a clothing brand. You know, definitely one of my inspirations when it comes to the clothing brand space. And he also does content too, you know what I'm saying? And he done made a meal by, I think he's 19 now. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely an inspiration, someone young, someone black too. It's like, you know, very inspirational, especially you in that type of industry. And I think there's a lot of things we can learn from Caprice's journey to whatever you want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? But without that being said, I ain't gonna do too much chatting. Let's get straight into the video.
When I hop on my car, Bentley coupe riding with stars.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy RODSKII. We back with another video, man. And today's video is about Caprice, man. And if you're unfamiliar with Caprice, you need to get familiar. But Caprice is a brand owner and a YouTuber, and he done inspire me in multiple ways, especially with my brand. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I really seen from Caprice, and one good trait that I really was able to detect from him, is his ability to be determined at everything he does. You know what I'm saying? And his determinality when it comes to his brand. Because I done seen his brand start from the beginning. I'm not going to say full beginning, but like when he was at that 10K a month spot to like now. And it's crazy to see all the growth that he done did. But one thing I noticed, he's been determined, you know, because there's been times he's been scammed. There's been times he took loss on orders and everything like that, just in general. We're going to get more into that into the video. But I'm going to be telling you 3 things that you need to take away from Caprice, you know, especially when it comes to being determined. The 3 things you need to take away. And yeah, that's basically going to be today's video. And if you like this type of content, hit the subscribe button, click that like button. And if you're new here, do the same thing. But also, share this video with Caprice, you know. See if he rocking with the video, man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. That's some good feedback from me. But yeah, if y'all like this video, make sure to comment. But without that being said, I'm not going to repeat myself. Let's get into the video. Number 1 I got for y'all, a negative can always be a positive. Now I'm going to pop a clip up soon in the video.
After my first drop, I packed the orders that I could, which I didn't profit no money from the drop because I only made 1,700. My bulk was even more than 1,700. My bulk was like 2,300 or something like that. Yeah, so I lost on it, and I had to still pay shipping for them. But what I did was I made my drop seem like it didn't flop overly. Like, I packed the orders that I could, gave away some inventory so I would still have content of people posting in them and shit like that. Because I was like, all right, if I already took this loss, instead of just sitting on this loss and trying to move this inventory slowly, I might as well just take the loss to the chin and just get back into the shit.
Video, but it's basically gonna be explaining that when it first came to him doing the drop, you know, he was down negative. I forgot exactly how much he lost, but he lost some money off there, a couple $100. And, you know, that's a lot of money at this time for him. You know, he's in high school at this point, and he's just like starting his brand up and things like that. But one thing he did was this what I meant, you could turn a negative into a positive, right? So with the shirt he had, you know, all the inventory that, you know, was still didn't sell, you know what I'm saying? He pushed it out to people. He pushed it out to people in school, you know, gave it to them for free. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to have, I almost said the key word. That's tip number 3. We're not going to get into that. But he had to like push it out to people. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't like so stuck up on like, dang, I didn't get this sale. Ooh, maybe it's not for me. He knew that, okay, boom, we could turn this negative into a positive. And that's eventually what he did. He turned that negative, the money he lost, into a positive. And what that did is it brought more recognition to his brand. Not only did it bring more recognition to his brand, you know what I'm saying? It's just continue to grow and continue to grow and continue to grow after that. And, you know, it got him more respect from certain people. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's showing love at the end of the day, for real. But one thing y'all need to take away from is that, bro, when it comes to business or anything that you're doing, say if you get down some money, say you're negative, bro, it's not the end of the world, bro. Like, bro, if Caprice would have gave up to him, he would not be where he's at right now. But he stayed going. You he stayed, continue to go on with the brand. That's one thing y'all need to know. Whenever hardship comes, that doesn't mean you have to quit, bro. Because every time a hardship comes, bro, a positive thing can come right after that. You never know. And that's one thing I learned, because I lost money on my brand too, but I had to realize, bro, no matter how much money I lost, gang, I can always come back. You know what I'm saying? A positive can always come after the negative. So just remember that. And that's one thing I think we could take away from Caprice. But with all that being said, I ain't gonna yap your heads off too much more longer. Let's get straight into number 2. All right, y'all. Tip number 2, what I got for y'all is age ain't nothing but a number. Now, some of y'all weird folks might not get happy when I say that, but I'm talking in the business standpoint, because Caprice was in high school grinding, bro. Like, he just bought, I think, I forgot the exact amount on his house, but he bought a mansion in LA. He bought a mansion in LA. So the price is definitely a huge ticket. You know what I'm saying? But even then, in high school, he was having track calls, doing all this stuff while he was playing basketball, while he was hooping too. You know what I'm saying? So never put a limitation on yourself because of your age. And honestly, bro, that's one thing I did too. Cause like I started my brand, I want to say freshman year of high school, but I didn't really start taking it serious, I would say, until my junior year. I wish I would have took it serious my freshman year, sophomore year. Now, some people may have said I probably took it serious, but knowing what it takes to have a brand, I was not taking it serious at that point in time. But back to Caprice, man. And one way he proves is that, bro, look at him. Look at him. He's a millionaire before 19, bro. He literally graduated high school last year, bro. Think about that. He graduated high school last year, bro. And he has a mansion in LA. If he can do it at that age, you can do it at that age, bro. And just know, he rich parents, nothing like that, bro. He just did it from hard work, hard grinding with his brand. That's something that really motivate me with my brand. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I need to grind harder, because like I really want that. Like, that LA mansion, because LA one of my cities I want to live in. Just a quick personal note before we get back into him. Pause. Back into Caprice. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, but one thing about me, I want to bounce around city to city, because I'm from Atlanta, so I definitely want to spend some time in Atlanta. But I want to go to Miami, I want to go to LA, I want to go to Houston, I want to go to New York, I want to go to all these places. The fact that he was able to buy a mansion in LA already is wild, bro. And that's very respectable, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me excited too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I see somebody young doing anything, I don't really get jealous or nothing like that. It gets me excited because, like, bro, it's possible. I know it's possible. I just have to put in the work to do it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Caprice, man. Hope you enjoying the new house. If you're watching, you know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoy the new house for real, for real. But with all that being said, let's get right into tip number 3. The last final tip. All right, y'all. Tip number 3, and this is probably the most important and easily the most important. I'm not even gonna lie. Number 3 is to drop your ego, drop your pride, bro. And this I was explaining in tip number 1 that Caprice did very well. Is that when it came to his brand and he was first starting off, bro, he could have had an ego and was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get this stuff for free. Oh man, I'm not gonna get this stuff for free. Ooh man, although I took this loss, I'm not gonna get it for free." But look, he gave it for free to the people, and you know what that did, bro? It ultimately brought him more value and more exposure to his brand. You know what I'm saying? And I can speak honestly to that, because I remember my freshman year, I only gave certain people free stuff. I didn't really give nobody free things, honestly, but I gave a couple free stuff if I had some inventory left out. And it's just really to get notoriety on your product. You know what I'm saying? Especially while you in school, because, like, bro, like, it's not too many people in school gonna have a brand or like a fire clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can easily get your piece onto somebody that's famous, or I'm like in school famous or county famous or anything like that. You might be good, and it's going to attract more people to your whole brand account. And that's one thing that I realized too while I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, you have that ego, you're never going to be able to experience that. So you have to be able to drop that ego sometimes. Now, I'm not saying give everything away for free, and you gotta know who to say no to. Like, you can't get nothing for free, and you gotta know who to say yes to. But overall, bro, you can't have that ego all the time, because that ego ultimately is gonna be your demise when it comes to just your brand and everything you trying to build up. And that's with anything, for real. You know what I'm saying? Any type of business, for real. I'm not saying you got to do everything for free, but like, bro, like, I even have a friend that does photography. He says the same thing, bro. Photographers, especially when they coming up, they try to charge off rip, but it's like, bro, you got to build your portfolio up so people will buy from you. You know what I'm saying? And to do that, you might have to do free pictures sometimes. And it's like, you could look at it as like, man, that's messed up. I want to make my money, but it's like, you gotta look at it for the long run. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I really got educated. And that's one thing Caprice told me. I think y'all should peep in, man. But without that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. But before I get out of this video, Caprice, if you're watching this video, I hope you are. But if you're watching this video, I want to say, bro, I saw you at Atlanta Streetwear Market game, but you was just getting swarmed. So I ain't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say you was getting swarmed, but, like, you was running business there. So I wasn't going to be, oh, Caprice, da-da-da-da-da, and try to get an interview with you. But I'll rock with you, bro. Like, I really did rock with you, bro. If you come to Atlanta Streetwear Market this next time, I'm gonna push up on your game. I might even buy it because I might even have to pay. I might even be selling there, maybe. Just maybe. If y'all in Atlanta, man, I might be at the November Atlanta Streetwear Market if y'all interested, man. But that's neither here or there, man. But with all that being said, I love every single one of y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. I'll see y'all folks tomorrow. But before I see y'all, I did not mean to do no gang sign. I'm not with Lil Jeff, no, bro. Not with Lil Jeff. That was just like the way I pointed. But yeah, with all that being said, I love every single one of y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. And I'll see y'all folks tomorrow. All right, so we're going to do either Apollo tomorrow. Oh, my goodness.